Students in the automotive program at Dysart High School are hard at work today building a car. But this isn't just any car, it's a solar car. These career and technical education students have entered the Racing the Sun Solar Go-Kart competition for high school students around the state of Arizona, challenging themselves to build a vehicle from scratch that will be powered only by the sun.
We had to start from zero. We had nothing at all. We had no materials. The cart that we've built ourselves, we found the metal for it. The electronics on it, we built the circuits, we did everything for it. Before we could even think of what the actual model would look like, we put it all on paper, we laid it out. There's a lot of research first.
The student-led project began by diagramming out the go-kart, gathering materials, and dividing up the responsibilities.
I built the battery box for it, and I used the end mill to grind it, form it and stuff, and then we built it so that we could slide a sheet of sheet metal in it and it would protect it.
I researched all the electronics. I came into this project knowing absolutely nothing about the system on there, and now I know every detail about the electrical system on there and how it runs and how it works.
To help with some of the engineering skills necessary to build a solar vehicle, the automotive students teamed up with some engineering students from Shadow Ridge High School, another career and technical education program in the Dysart School District.
Yeah, we're mainly here to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work. I've been designing some of the systems. Like I designed the throttle system and the pedal placement, and I did a little bit with the roll bar. Overall, just designing how things are going to work out.
They can help us understand how the systems work, and then while we're asking them questions on how does the electrical stuff work, they're asking us questions, oh hey, how does the whole mechanics back of this work? So we all get to work together and learn each other's different roles in the whole thing.
The competition is designed as a STEM program, or science, technology, engineering, and math. As these students quickly learned, incorporating other subjects like math and science into building a vehicle is both challenging and second nature.
Math and science are a big portion of this project. We have to make sure our measurements are so precise and correct, because if we mess up one little thing, it can cause a lot of other things to go wrong. The science portion really kind of comes into my part of it with the solar panel and the electronics and having to know voltage and current and having to know how all of that works.
In a way, it's like you don't even realize you're doing math or science. The first time I started using different tools like a chop saw just to cut the metal and the pieces that we need before we can bend them, I wasn't even thinking how I use math to find the measurements I need, make sure I cut it not too short, but it's like, yeah, you don't even realize you're using math or science.
It lets us apply what we've learned in a practical way instead of just being stuck in a classroom.
It allows us as students to prove to others what we do here at the school, what in this program itself, how we can use not only our automotive skills that we learn, but incorporate other skills that we use in the classroom as well.
The race is only a week away, and the students are putting the finishing touches on their solar go-kart. They are all confident their design will do well in the competition, but it's the self-satisfaction, teamwork, and skills learned that will be remembered most.
Yeah, I feel like we did a really good job with it, and I feel like everyone did a lot of teamwork, so I feel like we'll do good at the race.
We've gone into it and knowing nothing, and then seeing that now you have this machine that actually rolls around by itself and you can watch it, you just feel accomplished. When we finally finished it and I watched it drive around, and I just felt accomplished. I was like, wow, I turned these pieces of metal and these wires, and we just turned it into something that can run and actually move things.
It was more than just a hand-on-hand experience where I would do a regular experiment in the science class. This gave me a future career idea. It's like I can do a whole lot more, and I'm grateful for this class.